when you put this document out, how do you expect or hope that it's going to be used, right? There's different user communities. There's developers, that are writing code. There's people like us that are testing applications on their behalf, and letting them know whether we found anything wrong. And there's management, that might go down and talk to a product lead or to an application security lead. What's your expectation? You're the one who produces this document. Who do you think is using it, and how do you want them to use it?
Honestly, 15 years ago, it was application security teams, and they were telling, not asking, they were telling developers how to do things. And quite frankly, I think that was a bit of a fail. Over time, the audience hasn't, like the actual how it gets used really hasn't been changed. But I think people are actually aware of it now. And so it succeeded at being an awareness document, but also it gets then adopted as the standard. It's not a standard. When I wrote the OWASP Top 10 2007, I put into the frontispiece, this is not a standard, please don't use it as such, it's an awareness piece. And I've been very consistent about that for a long time. However, people, because it's so approachable, it's only theoretically 10 things, although there's 43 of them in there. People think that's all I need to do, but it's not. It's the very start of your journey. So if you are starting your journey, it's a great start. But the reality is they should use the application security verification standard, which is the other one that I work on. That's much more developer focused. It's built around the concept of testing. And so you can use it from the very word go, from sprint planning sessions where you're saying, these are the constraints I need to think about from a security perspective, or these are the functional issues that I need to consider. The ASVS can help guide you. But the ASVS itself, there's a lot of things in there. It can be overwhelming. And so if you are starting out, the OWASP Top 10 is probably a better choice. But if you're on the journey, you should probably stop using it and start the ASVS level 1 and then work up.
Yeah, I like the word that you used, approachable. That idea of 10 things, people can wrap their arms around that and really kind of understand what they need to concentrate on.
Yep.
When we spoke in prior, I think you used the term, the OWASP Top 10 are things which we're avoiding. And when you look at the ASVS, right, which is another companion document or another great document that OWASP produces that you have some involvement in, is that kind of the opposite of that? Is that the list of things you should do? So
yes,
one is don't do and one is do?
Absolutely. Every single thing in the ASVS is written as a positive control. And so it tells you what to do. It's designed to be forked, and so we make it very easily available on GitHub. You can pull it down and change it to your own heart's content. If you don't do web services, you can remove that chapter altogether. If you do, for example, GraphQL, you don't need to consider SQL injection, for example. You need to think about ORM injection, for instance. You can strip things out, put things in, and change it around. The OWASP Top 10, you're going to take it. And so the OWASP Top 10 bundles like things together, like the authentication. We have over 80 things in the authentication chapter. I think in the ASVS, we only have one page of 300 words in the OWASP Top 10. Just communicating the basics of like what multi-factor authentication is and whether or not you need it. It's impossible in the OWASP Top 10. Whereas in the ASVS, we actually give you the ability, if you don't want to do two-factor authentication, just don't do that two-factor authentication section and you're done. Move on.